me, Mario. Hello.
Hello everyone, I'm Video Game Hazard, back for some more Super Mario 64. But you may be asking yourself, I thought you were done with Super Mario 64. Well, yes, but actually no. Because this is the bonus video, where I will be going over some secrets and Easter eggs, as well as some other little hidden details, and as well as version differences between, well, different versions of the game. So, why don't we start off by just heading back into my completed file here. So, once you have obtained 120 power stars, if you head back onto the castle grounds, this cannon slot will be opened now. And if you were to fire it, say, towards the top of the castle, you might find something interesting up here. So if we walk around back, first of all, we have 3 1-ups, a wing cap right here, if I can angle myself properly. Yep, there's a wing cap, and Yoshi! Yoshi is here! Can I say hi to you? There we go.
Mario, is that really you? It's been so long since our last adventure.
Yeah, Super Mario World was 6 years prior to this.
They told me that I might see you if I waited here, but I'd just about given up hope. Is it true? Have you really beaten Bowser? And restored the stars to the castle? And saved the princess? I knew you could do it. Now I have a very special message for you. Thanks for playing Super Mario 64. This is the end of the game, but not the end of the fun. We want you to keep on playing, so we have a little something for you. We hope that you like it. Enjoy the Super Mario 64 team. I don't know why I read that in Yoshi's voice, but he gives you a ton of lives. So much so that he's going to max out the life counter at, wait for it, 100 lives, and then he just commits suicide. What the heck, Yoshi? Alright, well, Yoshi's gone. And now, we can just fly around the castle grounds with the wing cap. Yeah, there's not much else to do, but, you can just play around with these, with this maxed out life counter and the wing cap here. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to do. But, you know, this is something, neat you can just do if you just want to mess around. I'm sure kids loved doing this back in the day. But yeah, not much of a point to it, just like a neat little Easter egg for doing everything. And I believe, I want to say Yoshi is only here if you get all 120 power stars. I believe that's the case. Or rather, I should say, the cannon would only be opened if you had 120 power stars. If I'm wrong about that, I'll have a correction on screen. But anyway, oh, I didn't want to fall down here. Oh no, Mario, don't break your legs! But that's, like, the only real thing that you get for 100%ing this game. However, there are a bunch of other little secrets that I wanted to touch on. So, why don't we go explore those? Oh, and I forgot to mention, once you complete the game, you get this special triple jump with little sparkles. It's so cute. Our first secret to show off today is actually here on the start screen, because if we were to press one of the shoulder buttons, we reveal the many faces of Mario! Oh my gosh, it's so horrible and terrifying! If you're not familiar with this Easter egg, that's because it actually used to be exclusive to Japan. This was added in the Shindo version of the game, which, as you may know, was only in Japan for many years, until it became the basis for the 3D All-Stars version of Super Mario 64, allowing people outside of Japan to finally experience it for the first time. Other than that, Western audiences have not been able to see this. You can only access it in 3D All-Stars. Also, hitting one of the shoulder buttons again removes the faces. Heading into Bob-omb Battlefield, if we were to start any mission that isn't Big Bob-omb on the summit, such as the second here, we could talk to this Bob-omb buddy at the start, and he'll say, "Thank you, Mario. The Big Bob-omb is nothing but a big dud now. but the battle for the castle has just begun. Other enemies are holding the other power stars. If you recover more stars, you can open new doors that lead to new worlds. My Bob-omb buddies are waiting for you. Be sure to talk to them. They'll set up cannons for you. Probably should have talked to that guy a while ago, but there's more here that lies in store for us. On the first mission, there would be only 2 iron balls here. But going off of the Bob-omb buddy's comment about King Bob-omb being a dud, there is now a 3rd iron ball in this ditch, leading to the popular fan theory that one of these marbles is in fact the corpse of King Bob-omb. Kind of dark when you think about it. Another secret that can be found here in Bob-omb Battlefield has to do with these seemingly useless posts. If you run around them 5 times, 5 coins will pop out, just like that. So that can be very helpful if you want to try to go for the 100 coin star. Let's see, did they pop out of every post? Yeah. But you have to kind of go around them very tightly for it to work. Yeah. So all 4 of these posts should... Okay, this Goomba needs to get out of the way so I can actually do this last one. But if you run around them very closely like that, all 4 of these posts will spit out 5 coins. Very helpful for the 100 coin mission. Another secret here in Bob-omb Battlefield is that if you throw a Bob-omb underneath the chain... Chomp. I said, if you throw a Bob-omb underneath the chain chomp, it sends it flying into the air, which stalls it long enough for you to try to get the post by ground pounding on it. Although, of course, I failed, because I suck at this mission. Oh, jeez! Heading over to Womp's Fortress, with the tower at the top that appears after you defeat the King Womp, there is a specific part of the wall of this tower that can be punched open, if I can find it. There is no easy indication, there it is, but if you keep punching the walls at various segments, you'll find this little hole with a 1-up in it. Another secret here in Womp's Fortress has to do with the owl. Because if you hold on to him for too long, just exploring around, not wanting to drop off of him, he will have something to say to you. Woo, I'm just about flapped out. You should lay off the pasta, Mario. That's it for now. Press B to let go. Okay, bye-bye! And he just drops you with no regard to where you land. Good thing I didn't fall off the edge of the earth. Here on Cool Mountain, during the mission Little Penguin Lost, there's actually a second baby penguin here on top of the cabin here. But if you take it to the mom... That's not my baby, she looks nothing like me. Her parents must be worried sick. So it is in fact the wrong penguin. But, if you bring back the correct baby penguin, get the star, or at least get it to spawn, and then pick up the baby again, the mama will be pissed, and she will chase after you until you return the baby. She should. Yeah, there we go. She's pissed. She wants her baby back. But you know what? People asked me to do something else, and I apologize in advance. Goodbye, Tuxie! What did you have to say about that? Okay, you say nothing. Well, your baby's dead, I'm sorry. Another secret here on Cool Mountain can be found in the mission Big Penguin Race. Because if you return here, after collecting 120 power stars, he'll have this to say. Mario, what's up, pal? I haven't been on the slide lately, so I'm out of shape. Still, I'm always up for a good race, especially against an old sled buddy. What do you say? Ready, set, go. We might as well try another race here. He may have let himself go, but that does not stop him from having his good sledding skills. Because he will actually be faster now. Or he should be, at least. Oh yeah, he's gaining. And just like before, you cannot use the shortcut to beat him. He will not be happy about that. So just go down the slide normally, push forward, stay on the slide, and if you beat him, he should have some new dialogue for us. So let's try to not die. Alright, let's try that again. I accidentally did a skip here. I don't know if he's gonna like that I did that, but let's see. There he is. Oh, he's barreled right into me.
Do you have anything to say, sir? Anything new to say? Whoa, Mario pal, you weren't trying to cheat, are you? Whoa. Now I know that you know better. You're disqualified next time play fair. Well, I guess there's that text for you. But let's see what happens when I actually do this the right way. Let's try this again. The legit way. Penguin comes in. Give me your new dialogue, sir. I know you've got something. You broke my record! Unbelievable! I knew that you were the coolest. Now you've proven that you're also the fastest! I can't award you a gold medal. Oh, wait, this might be the same. I don't know, but that's what happens. There's a harder penguin race for you. There you go. Our next secret can be found in Wet Dry World. I specifically made sure to come into Wet Dry World at the highest water elevation so that we can get a better view of the skybox here, which is actually comprised of altered photos of a real-world location. Actually, multiple locations. These photos are of a town called Bob-omb in Yemen, and in the photos, there's also included a picture of the Mosque of Muhammad Ali in Cairo, Egypt. I don't know exactly where that is, but I'll have a picture up on screen for comparison. If you get pissed off by the Monty Moles just as much as I do, if you keep stomping them without leaving the area, then after you have stomped a certain amount, 8 to be exact, you will be rewarded with a 1-up. Take that, Monty Moles! Our next secret can be found here on the tiny side of Tiny Huge Island. If we were to enter just any mission on the tiny island, in the starting area, you'll usually only notice this tiny Goomba. But if we head over into one of these corners, you'll find these 3 pink butterflies. And if you punch one of them, there will be a random chance of something like that happening. Yes, that's an exploding ball that will target Mario and follow him around. We actually found that in Tall Mountain before, and I didn't know what it was at the time, but yeah, that's what that was. I had apparently punched one of the butterflies there, and it turned into that. But it also has a random chance of the butterfly turning into a 1-up mushroom. The odds of the butterflies being a 1-up or an explodey ball are sort of random, so it's just kind of like playing the lottery, in all honesty. In Bowser in the Sky, if you check the columns near the end of the stage, they show hieroglyphs that depict Bowser spitting fire at Mario, but depicted in their old NES art styles. And of course, because it's Bowser, it shows him defeating Mario. Because of course. Outside the castle, climbing this tree to the very top nets you a 1-up, which will respawn if you go back into the castle and then back out. And under the bridge here, you can wall jump. I said wall jump. To try to collect 2 coins under the bridge. Which, of course, you can only get once the moat has been drained. Can I please grab these coins? Come on. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, well, I'm struggling to get these 2 coins, but I swear if you get both of them, you will be given a 1-up. I don't feel like trying this all day. Another notable Easter egg in this game has to do with the audio. Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, provides many of the sound effects in Super Mario 64, other than just Mario himself. Such examples of these include Bowser's laugh, and Boo's laugh. However, those 2 laughs are actually the same clip. Bowser is slowed down, and Boo is sped up. Now, with all those Easter eggs out of the way, it's time to talk about version differences, because there are quite a few different versions of Super Mario 64. The original version of the game had 4 different versions. The very first, that was released in Japan and the United States, the European version, the Japanese Shindo version, and finally the IQ version that was available for the IQ player in China. For the purposes of this video, we'll be going over the differences between just the original version of Super Mario 64, which I have access to on Nintendo Switch Online, and the Shindo version, which is available on Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which is what I have been playing on for this Let's Play. In the original Super Mario 64, you could perform various glitches that were patched out in the Shindo version. One of these is the famous backwards long jump, which I'm sure you've seen many times before, but if I can find a clip, I will put up said clip right now. The Shindo version also has various audio differences from the original. In the original, Mario's voice was very slightly deeper than the later Shindo version, which made it higher pitched, which actually sounds more similar to later Mario games. So I'll provide some examples right now. So yeah, as you can probably tell, there's a very slight difference there. It's very slight, but it is noticeable. You also probably have the most noticeable audio change between the original and the Shindo version, being the sound effect that plays when you throw Bowser. In the Shindo version, it's
Bye-bye!
And in the original version, say it with me. And with that, that is everything I wanted to go over in this bonus video for my Super Mario 64 Let's Play. So, I believe we're fully done here. I will be bidding this game adieu for quite some time. Although, there's one thing I might be forgetting. You see, there's also Super Mario 64 DS, which, as you may know, is obviously on the DS, and basically built the game from the ground up, and made a lot of different changes, such as allowing you to play as 4 different characters, Mario of course included, but as well as adding Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi as playable characters. And it also added a bunch of new missions for you to play, bringing the total number of stars up to 150. However, I do not want to go too in depth on that right now, because, well, maybe I'll play that game on this channel one day. Probably not going to be for a long time, but I want to leave my options open. But with that, we're for real done talking about this game. So I hope you guys will join me back here for my next video. See you guys then.